Hey guys, today I'm going to read you a story. It's a short story. Some of the subscribers have said that they thought I would be good at telling stories, so that's what I'm going to do. The title of this article is, or a short story, The Eyes Have It by Ruskin Bond. Okay. I had the train compartment to myself up to Rohana. Then a girl got in. The couple who saw her off were probably her parents. They seemed very anxious about her comfort, and the woman gave the girl detailed instructions as to where to keep her things, when not to leave out of windows, and how to avoid speaking to strangers. They called their goodbyes as the train pulled out of the station. As I was totally blind at the time, my eyes sensitive only to light and darkness, I was unable to tell what the girl looked like. But I knew she wore slippers from the way they slapped against her heels. It would take me some time to discover something about her looks, and perhaps I never would. But I liked the sound of her voice, and even the sound of her slippers. "Are y'all going all the way to Dehra?" I asked. I must have been sitting in a dark corner because my voice startled her. She gave a little exclamation and said, "I didn't know anyone else was here." Well, it often happens that people with good eyesight fail to see what is right in front of them. They have too much to take in, I suppose, whereas people who cannot see, or see very little, have to take in only the essentials, whatever registers tellingly on their remaining senses. "I didn't see you either," I said, "but I heard you come in." I wondered if you would be able to prevent, I wondered if I would be able to prevent her from discovering that I was blind. Provided I keep to my seat, I thought, it shouldn't be too difficult. The girl said, "I'm getting off at Saharanpur. My aunt is meeting me there." "Then I had better not get too familiar," I replied. "Aunts are usually formidable creatures." "Where are you going?" she asked. "To Dehra and then to Mussoorie." "Oh, how lucky you are. I wish I were going to Mussoorie. I love the hills, especially in October." "Yes, this is the best time," I said, calling on my memories. "The hills are covered with wild dahlias, the sun is delicious, and at night you can sit in front of a log fire and drink a little brandy. Most of the tourists have gone, and the roads are quiet and almost deserted. Yes, October is the best time." She was silent. I wondered if my words had touched her, or whether she thought me a romantic fool. Then I made a mistake. "What is it like outside?" I asked. She seemed to find nothing strange in the question. Had she noticed already that I could not see? But her next question removed my doubts. "Why don't you look out the window?" she asked. I moved easily along the berth and felt for the window ledge. The window was open, and I faced it, making a pretense of studying the landscape. Excuse me. I heard the panting of the engine, the rumble of the wheels, and in my mind's eye, I could see telegraph posts flashing by. "Have you noticed," I ventured, "that the trees seem to be moving while we seem to be standing still?" "That always happens," she said. "Do you see any animals?" "No," I answered quite confidently. I knew that there were hardly any animals left in the forest near Dehra. I turned from the window and faced the girl, and for a while we sat in silence. "You have an interesting face," I remarked. I was becoming quite daring, but it was a safe remark. Few girls can resist flattery. She laughed pleasantly, a clear, ringing laugh. It's nice to be told I have an interesting face. I'm tired of people telling me I have a pretty face. Oh, so you do have a pretty face, thought I. And aloud I said, well, an interesting face can also be pretty. You are a very gallant young man, she said, but why are you so serious? I thought then that I would try to laugh for her, but the thought of laughter only made me feel troubled and lonely. We'll soon be at your station, I said. Thank goodness, it's a short journey. I can't bear to sit on a train for more than 2 or 3 hours. Yet I was prepared to sit there for almost any length of time just to listen to her talking. Her voice had the sparkle of a mountain stream. As soon as she left the train, she would forget our brief encounter, but it would stay with me for the rest of the journey and for some time after. The engine's whistle shrieked, the carriage wheels charged their sound and rhythm. The girl got up and began to collect her things. Excuse me. I wondered if she wore her hair in a bun or was it plaited. Perhaps it was hanging loose over her shoulders. Or was it cut very short? The train drew slowly into the station. Outside there was the shouting of porters and vendors and high-pitched female voice near the carriage door. That voice must have belonged to the girl's aunt. Goodbye, the girl said. She was standing very close to me, so close that the perfume from her hair was tantalizing. I wanted to raise my hand and touch her hair, but she moved away. Only the scent of her perfume still lingered where she had stood. There was some confusion in the doorway. A man, getting into the compartment, stammered an apology. Then the door banged and the world was shut out again. I returned to my berth. The guard blew his whistle, and we moved off. Once again, I had a game to play, a new fellow traveler. The train gathered speed, the wheels took up their song, the carriage groaned and shook. I found the window and sat in front of it, standing into the daylight that was darkness for me. So many things were happening outside the window. It could be a fascinating game guessing what went on out there. The man who had entered the compartment broke into my reverie. You must be disappointed, he said. I'm not nearly as attractive a traveling companion as the one who just left. She was an interesting girl, I said. Can you tell me, did she keep her hair long or short? I don't remember, he said, sounding puzzled. It was her eyes, I noticed, not her hair. She had beautiful eyes, but they were of no use to her. She was completely blind. Didn't you notice? That gave me chill bumps. That might be hitting just a little too home for me. As many of you know, my eyesight is dwindling, and I'm going to do a video on my eyesight, but I'll just go ahead and tell you, most of you know, I mentioned I'd had cataract surgery, I believe 3 weeks ago now. I have an appointment at the end of this week, and after I have that appointment, I'm going to do a video on my eyesight. But man, I was just kind of searching around for things that I might could read to you guys, and found this, and I just got to show you, as I tell you I'm reading about it, that this is what my computer looks like. It is pretty huge print, I'll tell you that, but at least I can still read. So it was a short story. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider subscribing to the channel. Hit the thumbs up button, or thumbs up thing, and leave a comment below. Honestly, tell me, did you like the story? Would you like to hear another story? And can you recommend a short story that you would like me to read aloud? So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and any of you that are having that have real issues, that are blind or close to blindness. If you have a way of communicating on the YouTube, typing and stuff, I'm really not sure. I would be more interested than you would ever know to communicate with some people that are sharing my issues. And again, I will have another video later on explaining a little more. So, hope you all have a good day. Peace out and love you guys.